Hello! I hope that you're well. This is Sadie. We are going to continue our streak and go for run number 16 today. We've rolled Engi A for this ship. This is an okay sort of ship. I quite enjoy the Ion the Drone style of play, so although it's not as good as using standard weapons, but it's what this ship has to start with, and especially if you can get a drone recovery arm, you can really build into it. Let's see. Yeah, this is obviously the first jump that you take. We will try to download the data stuff. Fuck's sake. I mean, there's a maximum on how much damage we can take here. Yeah, well, apparently it's none. We get a full map reveal on the first jump. That's pretty cool. There's a store there that is in an awful spot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We can get at least like 5 fights before we hit this store. It's annoying that these are completely split from these jumps down here, so we can't get all of them. But at least we can take 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, we could probably go there, then circle around in that nebula. We want to get our shields up like we would with a normal ship. It opens up particular opportunities on Engi A because you can use the Ion Blast 2 to get oxygen crew kills on ships that can't hurt you. And that can get you weapon drops and all that kind of good stuff. So having that second shield bubble to create more safe fights is very good. Unfortunately, that was a low scrap reward, so we have not made enough scrap to upgrade our shields. This, however, is a double reward. Been all auto ships so far. Dodging was quite crazy there, but we managed to take that chain laser down before it got to fire, and that's all that really mattered. It was very close, but this is the end because they have no evade. Give me my double reward. Very nice. Shield buffer. It's a slaver. If I had my shields up, we could crew kill this, but I might not choose to do that anyway. My recommendation is to use the combat drone to pop shields and the Ion to hit weapons in fights where you're capable of taking damage for at least long enough to get their weapons properly, ionized for a while. Generally, what will end up happening is you'll have an Ion shot miss eventually, and then the combat drone rather will miss, and then the Ion will hit shields anyway. No. Or once you have the system properly ionized, you can just swap. But the critical thing is to minimize the amount of damage you're taking. Unless they're trying to run away, in which case you kind of have to roll the dice. Okay, we have our second shield now. How many jumps do I have to this store? Looks like about 4. And how many jumps do I have to the exit? Maybe 5. Something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would probably be okay, because 2 of the jumps are in the nebula, and then there. I think, though, I probably just want to go here, take these 3 fights, store, distress. Is it definitely 4 that I can get before this? Yes. we're definitely not selling drone parts. We're playing Engi A. Have you seen this ship? We will fight this ship. Let's depower this so that I can do it properly. I find it can be a little bit awkward to do this against certain ship layouts, and this one can definitely be one of those in my experience. And yeah, eventually they desynced enough that the ion hit shields anyway. As long as we can keep their weapons down, it doesn't matter if we hit every single time. And in fact, now their weapons are completely destroyed by the drones. Pretty mediocre reward. Okay, this ship, if we run them out of... Depends on what this bomb is. Start firing this preemptively. But depending on what this bomb is, we can probably just run them out of ammo and then go for a crew kill after training. Unless it's an ion bomb, which it actually... Nope, it's a stun bomb. This ship, as long as we run 2 shield bubbles, can't hurt us. So, let's turn on speed hack. Holding extra power to the side just so that if they had ionized my shields, I wanted to make sure that there was power to put back in that system, and then say ionize it twice. Anyhow, let's do this now. I could train them on shields here as well, like there. We'll just train on these 3 bases. And the sped up sound of the ion too is also pretty trippy, seeing the projectile constantly traveling out. You go there, you go there, you go there. Weapon training on this ship is extremely fast. The Ion Blast 2 has a very, very high fire rate. Go, Dodges, go! Okay. So the way we can crew kill here, and I won't even bother turning speed hack off of this, because we just hit O2 repeatedly, and then they suffocate. You obviously can do that without turning speed hack on, it's just a lot faster. We will fight the ship. We cannot safely crew kill this. I mistimed that. Oh well. As long as I hit weapons once there, I was going to remove their ability to hurt me. So. Go, combat run, go. So the primary thing you're looking for in a store with this ship is something that allows you to do hull damage that doesn't require spending a drone part every time. So, you know, the absolute best thing I think to find would be a heavy laser 1. But like any laser could do. Store, and I think I have to go to the exit straight after this. We have the Engi Medbot dispersal to sell. But there's no point in us doing that because there's nothing here we want to buy. There are no weapons and no systems. There are some drones that don't help our offense at all, which is the primary thing we're concerned about right now. And there are crew that we don't care to spend that much scrap on. Yeah, let's examine it and scrap the machinery. We get some free stuff. Cool. Well, our only option here is whether we want Sector 3 to be red-green or green-purple. Red-green is better, so let's go there. The purple sector in Sector 3 is guaranteed to be an uncharted nebula. There's a chance that has no stores. This ship also doesn't do well in nebulas because nebulas have a lot of low-power battles, and the offense on this ship is very power-hungry. You need at the start of the run, yeah, you have 10 power. You go to a half-power nebula, you get 5 power. That's literally what it costs to run the Ion 2 in the combat drone. You can't run anything else. We have this augment, by the way. I haven't really discussed it, but it sucks. You heal. If you turn your med bay on, you can heal even outside of the med bay, but at a reduced rate to demonstrate. I guess it's cute, but like the 30 scrap you get for selling it is always better. I only didn't do it at the previous one because I didn't have anything to spend that 30 scrap on right now. And there's one blue option I think you can get from it. Although I think you need an upgraded med bay for that, come to think of it, and I'm definitely not doing that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, we found a store at least. We haven't found anything else. Let's find out what bomb this is, because we can quite probably crew kill this as well. Okay, there's a little bit of danger here, but not too much. Like if they bomb my shields and set it on fire, that could be a problem. But we have multiple Engis to fix things. Also, we still have our medbot dispersal, so we might as well use it. Yeah, so like if they bomb the shields again here before we can fix that, that would be a problem. But with this much repair ability, they can't do that. So they would need to actually set a fire to do it. Yeah, see, they did it again. It doesn't matter. And we also have the option, if they were to do that, for me to just ionize their weapons quickly. Yeah, you bomb that empty room. Kick that empty room's ass. I think they should have 8 bombs on this ship, which I think they've used 7. Let's find out. I haven't done the speed up here because I need to be able to run around to fix things potentially. Okay, they hadn't. They either don't have 8 or they hadn't used 7. They're close to the end of their supply. fix that. As we go watch. Just out of curiosity, what level oxygen do they have? Okay, this is level 2 oxygen. We can tell because this is flashing between green and blue. I'll leave speed hack off for a moment here just to demonstrate. When you hit it again, it starts flashing between yellow, white and blue, and that means the system is fully ionized. Now, because this is level 2 oxygen, it's going to take quite a while to O2 crew kill this ship. But even with speed hack, this could potentially take a while. But let's see. You need to hit many times in a row. Situations like this are what led me to actually start using this tactic on the ship in the first place. Like, they have an anti-drone. We got the O2 down there for a while, and they got a bunch of this and quickly rebuilt. Like, just in general, any situation like this, you can do it where either hard the anti-drone to use the combat drone, or just because you want to preserve the drone part. Try to go for it. You need to hit something like 30 to 35 times in a row for this to fully drain it down. It's exceedingly unlikely. I once did this and then went and ripped the video afterwards and counted. There we nearly got them, but then they got some misses. Fortunately, they don't have a medical unit, so all that damage is still there. Without speed hack, I have left Engi A trying to get like this for an hour. Lengthy. The reason for this is, if I remember correctly, level 2 oxygen refills, is it 8 times faster than level 1? So even one miss, where they get to repower the oxygen for a while, they really get a lot of There we go. So, we get a high scrap reward for doing that. High scrap range in Sector 1 is, actually, this is Sector 2, but the scrap ranges are the same. The high scrap range at this point in the game is between 19 to 23, and it's not possible to get 22 from any non-high reward, so... At this point in the game. Hey look, it's another one, but first we need to deal with their orders. Guess I might as well do this on. Solve and flip these guys. Hopefully I can kill you while you're still on the ship. Don't board me again. Unfortunately, we did not. So they're gonna board me again. Let's find out what level oxygen they have. Let's completely fail to find out what level oxygen they have. Yeah, board me in the medbay, that's a good idea. Oh god, this is level 2 as well. So it's gonna be rather tricky. Okay, so the problem here is that they have level 2 oxygen and they have a medbay. If you're taking the oxygen out with a direct weapon like a laser that actually damages it, when the O2 runs out, they don't actually go to the medbay because they prioritize fixing systems. But if there's no system damage on the ship and you're just doing it with ions, they actually will go and camp in the medbay. So we will probably need to use a combat drone here, but we'll see when we actually get the oxygen down. Which is very helpful if they don't also have levels of nearly had it. Ah! That's okay. There we go. Okay, that's a level 1 medbay. I can tell because their health is staying perfectly equal. And they also don't have level 2 piloting because our shots are all hitting. Let's turn the speed lock off for a moment. What I'm wondering, therefore, is whether there is any possibility for us to take this out with the ion as well. I think, unfortunately, there isn't. I'm just going to use a drone. I may need to stop doing this for just a second until they can leave the room and then hit the oxygen again. Oh, that's very ionized. Okay, run out. We can get it back down pretty quickly because also turn the combat drone on and just have it hit something. Don't really care what. Can help pop the shields, honestly. There we go. Damn it. Okay, let's turn this back on again. Okay, what I'm going to do is I will just have them move around until they're aiming at either oxygen or medbay. I don't know whether that's one of them. They aim at the center of the room they're aiming at. This could be medbay. No, it's not. It's weapons. There we go. I think they might fix this in time though. Stupid Engi. That's definitely not. That's also definitely not. The other way we could do this is to use this to pop the shield bubble and ionize this. Let's try to quickly. Yep, there we go. Got him. So yeah, required a little bit of manual work, and it did require using a drone part, but it's fine. I can go here, here, store, and up. We will attack the ship. This one we're not doing any of that nonsense on because they have a missile. Ah. Really? So this was a little annoying, but not too bad. More easy winning. Yeah, I can go here, store, and I can either go the bottom route or the top route. I'm going the bottom route, so get me more jumps. Surrender your stuff to me. Okay, this ship is annoying because they're running away. I actually need the second shield bubble here. I think therefore we need to, at least to begin with, go after shields. Because we need to start damaging systems full pilot. Fortunately it is only a leader missile. And we took it offline. Awesome. Go and fix that. Can you please stop shooting that empty hull? Since that's broken, let's ionize their weapons. Good. They shot that empty hull like 5 times. So, we have quite a lot of scrap at this store. It's just a matter of, does the store actually have anything worth spending the scrap on? And yes is the answer to that. Med bomb dispersal go. Burst laser 2 come in, and hacking come in. Cool. Now it'll take a little while for us to be able to get this burst laser online, but we can win. This setup can win fights against 2 shield ships. It's a little bit slow at it, but with the hacking, we can deal with that. Now, that does mean using multiple drones, but we only need to do that until we get to 85 scrap, and then we can switch to Ion and Burst 2 with weapon hacks to support. We're using multiple drones here, not because we necessarily need to for dealing with the ship, but because they're running away. They have a fucking Artemis missile. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Well, at least we hit that, but... We don't have the Engi Medbot dispersal anymore. We get 7 scrap for that exceedingly annoying encounter. I suppose we could have just used the burst 2 in that fight, is another option. I don't think, given the dodges that they got, I'm not sure that would have gone well. We have 2 jumps. The only way to get 2 jumps is to go, that connect to the X is to go distress there, so we're doing that. Okay, well, this ship little bit annoying. This defense drone 2 is a pretty good counter to the Ion 2. We might be able to blow it up, blow them all up if we turn speed hack on. Let's watch. Okay, that's quite funny. But no, that's not going to work. The other way we can potentially kill this, though, is to do this. No, for fuck's sake, they have level 2 oxygen. This is going to be very difficult. We shoot it again, and hope they get no dodges. Cool. We could use a combat drone to help us by distracting the defense drone, but I really don't want to have to use 2 drone drones for this. They sadly got a dodge. And again. God fucking damn it. They're gonna get that thing fucking fixed. Good, we got it offline. I think maybe this time they will actually run out of air before they can fix it, because their repair speed is half. And if not, they will run out of air when we engage the hack again, which actually I think that's going to be the case. Yeah. Now we've got them. And even though they have a med bay they could potentially go camp in, because there's actually damage on the ship, they prioritize going to try to fix the damage. I'm gonna use the burst 2 here, since they're not gonna have shields. Okay, cool, we got a bunch of fires. That stupid thing is gonna cause trouble. Depowered that just for a moment so that if it got hit by the pulsar, it would only be ionized for 5 seconds instead of significantly longer as it would have been. Well, 10 seconds it actually would have been. I guess not significantly longer, but it is longer. Get my shields de-ionized and then we can jump out. I never put you back in engines, that was silly. Cool, double warp. That is very much what we want here. So this is quite annoying, but I'm going to just use the burst 2 to kill here because that way I don't have to use a drone part. Just shoot the hack in. These weapons can't hurt me. I think, unfortunately, that's a level 2 hack. Fortunately, we hit all our shots. Unless we get very lucky with our shots here, they should get 1 point on that hack repair to get to use it again before the fight ends. Maybe they don't. Nope. I think they were about to get it back. We were just fast enough. And we have got just enough scrap to upgrade our weapons. We are going to, however, quickly look into the civilian sector. Because for all we know, we're about to hit a store and there would be like a burst 1 or a flak there, and we would just swap to burst 2 and that. But there isn't, so let's do this now. We need to buy some power bars next. Let's take this nebula. We're not too concerned about finding a store right at this moment. We have 26 fuel already. Keep power bars. We have 2 systems that use those. Attempt to follow. Well, we found a fight which is as good as... Back those weapons. Combat 2 drone is a little bit tricky. We want to deal with this here first. Good. Do this for a moment. I want 2 more power bars because I basically want to have this, but also be able to have my second shield bubble. Which I can't get any power bars yet, unfortunately. Take a quick jump out of the nebula, find nothing at all. Everything on the ship except for the med bay and the piloting. They'll come and fight us in the med bay. They also have a guy in here, so let's hold them off. Once one of the enemies in here dies, this person who was in my piloting will run in there. This guy, so you continue applying damage to the weakened rebel. Cool, there we go, and he'll run in now and take that space. Excellent, this is a double scrap reward. Gonna have a hard time taking this missile down, unfortunately. Also, unfortunately, that is an Artemis because they have level 5 weapons, and that's 2, that's 1, so that must be 2. We'll have an especially hard time taking it down if you do that. I could put a combat drone up here. Unfortunately, we got the most critical weapon down. It's a real ion battle going on here. Engage the hack so I can recharge my shields. Where do they have up over there other than the We can maybe crew kill this. I very much doubt that if we need at least for this episode to be in the room, let's shoot again. Actually, if we do this... Cool. I didn't do the depower thing correctly, but fortunately it didn't matter. And I'd like to get to hacking too fairly soon. Fight this. Yeah, those are the weapons that we would have liked to be using. Let's do this. So that doesn't take my shield bubbles out. That's good enough. Do that to hinder the repairs. As long as they only have one of these weapons up above danger. I don't know why they're not powering the bomb that I noticed there. You can't even see it on this. When we were close, we could see it. But I'm not going to question that. Apparently they are powering it. It's a dodge bomb. See, there it is. Nearly completely destroyed, which would be useful because then I can redeploy power from my shield to elsewhere, maybe run the ion. Obviously not doing that when they're firing a heavy laser at me. They're gonna cloak again. And they're close to fixing their weapon, so I'm not gonna power this up yet. Now let's do it. I would like to get this up. Yeah, let's just do that. Because when you have a level 2 weapon hack, it buys a very long time for your Ion Blast 2 to eat through shields. Which, you know, given sufficient time, the Ion Blast 2 can get through any level of shields on its own. We aren't using missiles. Take more jumps before we consider going to that store. Okay, sensor station. This fight unfortunately only gives a low scrap reward, but it also gives a map. Unfortunately, the map has revealed that there's not very much going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I do that? No, because then I can't get to the exit without diving. 1, 2, 3, 4. That being the case, I'm holding on this one. Hopefully you had some kind of rock crew member to deal with that fire. Alas, you have no such thing. So this is the engine hack event. They're going to give us a random scrap reward. Hopefully the random amount of scrap that they give is a high reward. We damaged enough systems there that they pulled their run back. That's a medium reward, but it's high in the medium range, 16 to 27 is sector 3 medium. Cool, we get some free stuff. Wrong recovery arm. I wish I could afford cloaking and stealth weapons, but you know, I'm far, far off being able to do that. And I can't go to any of these other stores without diving, so we're not doing that. Okay, we're going to power a combat drone here so that we can get through the Zoltan shield quickly, because I don't like the looks of that big missile. Good. Took 2 drone parts, but it was worth it. And of course, if we can get a drone recovery arm, this combat drone will get used in every fight. We don't have one of those yet. Good sector for 4. Okay, so now we have the eternal conundrum of, should I save for cloaking, at which point we mostly win the run, or should I upgrade for immediate safety? And I'm going now leaning towards upgrade for immediate safety. The Ion Blast, these weapons are okay, but they're not like fantastic, because the Ion Blast 2 can, if we fight an enemy, especially one that has like cloaking or something like that, and can delay us from weapon hacking, and the Ion Blast 2 needs a lengthy series of hits. So if we fight an enemy with cloaking and good weapons, the cloak will repeatedly will delay our hack, it will repeatedly disrupt our Ion Blast. We definitely want to have the ability to run away in reasonable time, so that we do not die. Most of that scrap back there anyway. This time there's only the 3 of them, so we'll just all fight them in the med bay and eventually win. Of course, if we see a store with cloaking, we can sell the combat drone for it. While I like offensive drones, I like having the cloak hack cycle more, because that generally means you win. The cloak hack cycle is marginally less strong with this setup because of the aforementioned problem with the Ion Blast 2. The ion chain that you can get on the enemy shields is not only disrupted by them cloaking, it's also disrupted by you cloaking, unless you have stealth weapons, which we sadly do not have. Delicate swapping just so that I can get my human attacking this person so he dies quickly and I can go fight 3v3 in the meta. that beeping because our Engis are hovering right around the point where that gets triggered. So unfortunately we made no scrap there, which significantly reduces our odds of being able to afford cloaking at this store. We can take 2 more jumps, so maybe we can still do it. We will sell these missiles gladly, because that means we can afford it by selling the combat drone. I don't want to do that, however, so let's take 1 jump, hope to make the remaining 13 scrap, and we did. Cool. Show me cloaking. Hooray! Okay. We might as well go here. No! They have really good stuff here. The Ion Blast or the Burst Laser would be useful as well, but if I had more scrap, I would snap that stealth weapons up. I can't even get it by selling the combat drone. Do I have another jump to come back here? No. Fuck. My stealth weapons. Okay, I'll take that. That's a very cheap upgrade. And it could get me some blue options, and at this point in the game, I don't need to be as careful with my scrap. I want to get Cloak 2 up in the not too distant future, but to shoot their cloaking. We can cloak hack cycle this missile as long as we're not in too much danger. Yeah, perfect. Chuck the ion in there quickly. Ah. I did not mean to shoot at that. That was a mistake. But it's fine. I think we set a fire when we did shoot at that though, so. Wow, that's level 3 oxygen. Never mind, we're not trying to. Although, on the other hand, these 2 might just burn to death. Cool. We were very fortunate with fires there. We're absolutely not taking that. We're not risking our crew. We are rejecting their supposed offer. I could probably do this without hacking, because I can cloak this flak 2. If I get any damage on weapons at all, I can cloak it every single time. And of course, if I get enough damage, I just stop them from using it. This ship is also pretty killable by getting some fires. Game is not being cooperative about that though. We're not going to go in. We've not got a single fire. okay, fine. We got one literal single fire on a shot that would have blown them up had they not had rock resistance. I suppose we can go to that store and sell the Hermes missile. Although I don't necessarily need to do that. The weapon I want to be upgrading onto, but if nothing else happens, you can do it. Not very good, since we only have 3 missiles. I have had runs where I've had to use the Hermes missile in a gunship build. That was on an NG ship, that was NGC if I remember correctly. I had to do that on. These guys should not get around. There are a few things I can afford at this store, but I think this is a dive. I don't think it's worth it. It's only Sector 4. We're going to see other stores. Cool, we get a double reward fight. Have dodges. Good for you. I'd like to upgrade my engines, sometimes you have 100% cloak evade. Getting the level 2 cloaking necessary for the proper cloak hack cycles. Double NG repair squads, go! Well, we're going Zoltan. We might as well go to the one where we can get a shield and that has more options for next sector. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to do this. I'm also going to do this. We've gained no crew. Sector 5 is when you start getting boarded by 2 enemies instead of 1 by teleporter ships by default. We could hit the border police in this sector, which has a high possibility that if we do hit it, that they'll have mind control, which would be quite awkward. This fight's going to be annoying. Really? What the fuck was that? Well, thankfully they did hold all of their weapons for this cloak. Not that it matters, I can't fucking hit them. Use the whole cloak, or at least enough for hacking to go. Okay, good. Now we want to shoot for cloaking. I think that's level 3 cloak. Making things slow. Might actually only be level 2, I'm not sure. The missile has returned. That's definitely a level 3 cloak. Very, very slow strategy. I could speed it up, turn my Ion 2 off, and turn that Hermes missile on, but if that hit once, they would die. That wastes resources. Good. Can I get this off? Yes. Nice. That's not going to see much use, because I don't think I'm likely to take very much damage from this point on. But I can sell it for a lot of money. And you can do silly things if you get drone recovery arm with it. Which I hope I do, so maybe I'll get to show those off. You need to cure kill to get a good reward here, which we're not terribly likely to be able to do. Door upgrade is being handy here. Only a Now we want to make sure they don't roll. If you ever wonder when somebody runs out of a room how much from a fire, how much health they have left, it should generally be around 25% of their max health, which, you know, for most enemies means 25. So it takes 2 laser shots to kill them. That's why I knew that I needed to put 2 in that. I didn't know exactly how many hit points that Mantis had when he ran away from the fire, but I knew it was probably more than 15 and less than 30. What do we have in this here store? There is a halberd beam in this here store, which I will be purchasing. And I will swap to just running halberd beam burst 2, because that's a hell of a lot faster at getting through things than the weapons that we're using now. I like ions and drone stuff, but this game is not. This particular run is not really allowing it. I might as well keep this. I'm not getting anything for it. Let's just sell this and move on. I'll probably swap this Ion Blast 2 out for something else as well. We don't need to do that yet either. So now the Burst 2 is my shield popping weapon. Yeah. Now I really want a drone recovery arm. I don't know why I say that. The time that I always want a drone recovery arm is, do I have drone control? Yes, I want it. If I don't have drone control, I still probably want it, if I can get 3 systems. Go kaboom. And bits of this section kind of suck. Let's actually do this. Very, very long weapon axe. Oh yeah, the evade. I was going to do that. That'll go up next before I forget. You fucking asshole. This is fine fine because they'll fire at the same time the lasers travel faster. So they'll pop shields at worst and float in and hit empty hull. Actually, it could have hit a system, but it wouldn't really have mattered if it had. But it turned out I had the gift of prophecy and could see exactly what it was going to hit. Okay. Now we have 100%. Fire this laser, and then immediately engage the hack. They have, sounds like multiple plants over there to repair. Yes. We could potentially try to crew kill, but I can't be bothered. More free stuff. Gonna go here. This could be, these empty beacons might be the Zoltan Peace Envoy. See? Hear them out. This may be a dive, but I don't care. Attempt to hail them. Reconcile without war and achieve progress without bloodshed. We get the envoy, but that's not really all that awful here. I'd obviously rather have a Zoltan shield, but yeah, you can go man shields. Having a Zoltan in shields is a little bit like having a Zoltan shield. Hooray, a healing burst. Go to the Slug Nebula. There are more stores there. We're kind of weak against borders. I'm going to upgrade my med bay for the worrying radiation event. Don't want to deal with 2 slugs with my med bay hacked and then possibly having mind control. Can we fall? Don't need to hold the burst laser because with only one shield bubble, the auto beam kills anyway. Cool, there's a store. I'm gonna just go right there. I have loads of stuff to sell. Yes! Also yes. I would prefer a second second combat drone for shield popping, but whatever. And we still don't have the backup battery. That's annoying. We can hopefully solve that sometime soon. What we're going to start doing now is hacking shields. Nope, no surrender. Cool. Now we can run double drones each fight. We'll get cloaking up to level 3 next. We also like to keep some scrap in case we can find a weapon. But it's not absolutely essential. Since we can sell the Ion Blast too if we see another weapon that pairs with these a little bit better. Swap like this now. No. Give me my drones back. Cool. We've spotted the store, so we'll hold our scrap and take this jump. Go there. This now, the shields are all the way down. Might be able to get like a slug pilot or one of these distress beacons, that would be nice. Or we can get one here. Never hire Slocknog, always ignore him. He's so heroic that he'll offer to join you anyway. I'd like to make him my pilot, but I'll hold off until I can find a training opportunity, perhaps. I can go here, here, exit, and probably dive past the exit. I was oh, cool. This is a guaranteed weapon drop. No. We can engage in a duel of the mind. This can give a weapon drop without actually having to fight the ship, which I suppose could save me a drone part, so it's worth doing. Yep. We get a free laser charger. I hesitated there because, having been doing tournament-style runs for a while, for score farming purposes, you want to take that fight because it gives you a ship defeated. In fact, you would want to take the fight and reject their surrender. But for standard play, you want the free weapon. Get him, beam drones. Nice double reward, though. And we'll take these two jumps. We will aid the civilian ship with a possible double reward. Go kaboom! I don't get the chance to train, I'll just leave Slocknog indoors. It's not a... Oh, I couldn't get to there. Oh. We can just pre-cloak. Put this up to help take the shields down. Combat drones with shield hacks have kind of interesting effects, because if they hit the thing, the bubble that they hit immediately get depowered and then it starts draining faster. So it can be quite interesting. Ah, you asshole. Well, I won't get that drone back. That one heavy laser shot 2 of my drones down. You dickheads. We definitely do not want to go to Engi on 7. That's a quite low scrap sector on average. Pirate is only middling, but I mean it's better than going to a fucking Engi sector. Shields down. And just a moment. Okay, we're back. There's our backup battery. Let's buy a couple of drones to make up for the ones that got shot down in that stupid dive fight. We're probably not getting level 8 shields in this because I want to upgrade my drones even more, and all of this is quite expensive. Well, I was going to show the effects that I mentioned, but my stupid combat drone missed most of the shots. Cool. Let's do this now. So yeah, there's the benefit that I mentioned. That effectively buys more time in which the shields are fully hacked for your beam drones to rip them to pieces. Yeah, sure, I'll take free long-range scanners. Now, admittedly, given how low that scrap offer was, we might actually been able to get a better deal in terms of scrap value by killing them, but the long-range scanners should find us enough fights in this sector alone to make up for that. Don't want to take this asteroid field fight. No, that could be a like double drone or even triple drone ship in there. I only have 2 shield players. Let's not do that. Offer them assistance, try to shield their ship with ours. Start working on the shields now. Then we want to get the up to drone 6. And that's probably the maximum that I can get in terms of upgrades. A surrender offer there that I thankfully rejected because I don't need a fucking locomotive. I just want more scrap. Oh, fuck, I have to go to this store. Well, my long-range scanners gets me augment that I can sell. Cool. Welcome to Ion Land. If the store had turned up earlier and the drone recovery armor turned up earlier, I'd have grabbed this other ion blast too, and we could have done ions and drone stuff, but I find these weapons are very, very strong. And one more scrap reward and I can get to drone 6. Let's do this and this. No fight detected here. If I go here, I can potentially see this beacon and see if that's a fight. I think that's more valuable than hitting that empty one. Yep. It means we have to dive, but who cares? That's a very, very good offer, but I'm not going to get a chance to sell this defense drone. I'm wondering, honestly, if I should take this anyway, because that's a very high scrap amount. Scrap reward value, Sector 7. Yeah, that's actually maximum scrap for Sector 7. So we're just taking it. Whether or not we get a chance to sell the defense drone doesn't matter. Free cloak here because, well, there's an ass. It doesn't matter. I'll get out of here. Slognog is too much of a hero to take on these dishonorable rebels. Okay. Well, these repair station locations suck, but I don't necessarily need any since I have the recovery arm. This is a not enough time event, and we definitely can't get everything, so we're gonna get a pretty bad report here. Get the shield buffer upgrade at least. We might even be able to, if we get some good fights, we might even be able to actually get the upgrade. I'll be have rather a hard time ever powering gratitude. Just hold my scrap in case there's like a store right next to us. Nope. Get this buffer upgrade. This setup, needless to say, is not going to be getting any crew kills against the flagship. Cool. Impressive barrel. We can take damage doing this, I don't worry about it. Let's just do this. And let's get my cloaking as close to being off cooldown as we can. Our last chance of getting any scrap outside of fighting the flagship just vanished, so... we're just going with what we've got. So, because we have a Zoltan in there, we're actually powering the buffer upgrade, which is what's not funny is that they hacked my shields. wondering about retreating here. We don't have anywhere to retreat to, and we probably need to use a hacking drone for this fight and also the dive fight. We're not going to retreat. We're just going to take this. We'll probably get damaged as a result of that shield hack, but what can you do? They're going to go down fast. Couple damage because of the shield attack. Cool, we got our hacking drone back. Okay, I need to make sure that my hacking drone gets past this, and unfortunately it didn't. Well, let's use our last drone. Slocknog, go be a hero. Oops. God damn it. You get out of there. So one of our drones got hit there, unfortunately. We got one back, but we actually can't use all three of the offensive drones and the hack in this phase. Because even if the drones get recovered, we can't recover drones we can't launch. So we're going to use the 2 beam drones in this phase. Let's just do that, I guess. And we're not doing any retreat stuff. We're just going. Slocknog can tangle with the mind-controlled envoy for a moment. You go and help out. You go and heal. Let's give up on the shields. They're gonna be dead before it matters. One moment. Hooray! Slocknog survived, and that's the most important thing. That's a respectable sort of score. Who's next? 3, 2, 1, go. We've already done that. We've already done that. We've already done that. Have we done landing SA? No, we haven't. So, we'll do landing SA next. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.